Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. The U.S. Open has capped a cover-up 3 years in the making. The USTA has unveiled its new retractable roof over Arthur Ashe Stadium this week, and Tennis Now was on hand to see it, and I've got to say the result is quite impressive. But the best part is that a roof, of course, means uninterrupted play for the first time in U.S. Open history. Think about it. Rain has postponed the U.S. Open men's final to Monday for 5 straight years from 2008 to 2012. Well, that's not going to happen anymore. After 3 years of construction and $150 million, the state-of-the-art roof is ready for its debut. And the honors went to Jean Ashe, the wife of late Hall of Famer Arthur Ashe, who pressed the button to close the roof at the ceremony. The roof is comprised of 2 fabric panels that weigh 800 tons. And those are supported by 6,500 tons of steel. That's about the combined weight of 400 New York City taxi cabs. And despite its weight, the roof can move at about 25 feet per minute, which means it can cover the 62,000 square foot opening in about 6 minutes. That's about the size, by the way, of 22 tennis courts, and it is super quiet to boot. The result is a more intimate atmosphere inside the almost 24,000 seat stadium, and this is cool. As the panels close, LED lights come on, providing nice, bright visibility and cooler conditions, which is good not only for the players but the fans. And in case you didn't know, Arthur Ashe Stadium is the largest Grand Slam stadium in the world. Now, to give you an idea of how massive it is, with the roof closed, it's about 55 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty from base to torch. Wow. So closing the roof was a pretty smooth operation, but reopening it, however, was a bit of a sticky situation. Hall of Famer Billie Jean King was assigned that job, and as all eyes and cell phones pointed toward the roof, Billie Jean twice pressed the button, but the roof didn't respond. However, the third time was the charm, and the roof did eventually open after about an 8-minute delay. USTA Executive Director Gordon Smith said the glitch was actually okay because it showed the roof's sensor system worked as designed, and because even with the snafu, the roof reopened in less than 10 minutes, which is awesome. And here's a thought. Given the swirling winds and sweltering heat that hits Ashe Stadium in August, will they close the roof on non-rainy days too? Well, probably not. Gordon Smith told Tennis Now the USTA is committed to maintaining an open-air tournament. And he points out that even with the roof open, conditions inside the stadium are going to be much calmer, reducing winds that come off nearby Flushing Bay. It remains to be seen what impact the closed roof is going to have on the spin and speed of the ball inside the stadium because players have yet to practice with the roof closed. The Ashe Stadium roof is the centerpiece of a self-funded $600 million renovation of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center that is scheduled for completion in the year 2018. Now, here's a look at some of the other key changes for the 2016 U.S. Open. First of all, a new Grand Slam court featuring 8,125 seats, a sunken court, and a canopy cover, which will provide shade for about 2/3 of the fans in that stadium. The new grandstand is located in the shadow of Arthur Ashe Stadium and the Heineken Red Star Cafe, so that should be a great place to hang out. The USTA says the new grandstand will be as fine a court as any stadium in the world. Right now, workers are still finishing the details, and the scoreboard had yet to be installed when we visited this week, so that's still ahead. Another addition to the Open is a spacious pedestrian boulevard with wider walkways and more shopping and dining options. They created that space by ripping up the outer courts and relocating those about 40 feet south toward the iconic Unisphere that stands just outside the gates of the National Tennis Center. By the time the entire renovation is done, a total of 19 courts will be refurbished. How awesome is that? And you know, this isn't the final phase of that renovation project. Following the 2016 Open, the current Louis Armstrong Stadium is going to be torn down and rebuilt. The current stadium dates back to the 1964 World's Fair. The new one is also going to feature a retractable roof similar to Ashe, and it's also going to get more shopping and dining, and that is scheduled to debut at the 2018 U.S. Open. That means in 2017, there's going to be a temporary Armstrong Stadium operating for about 1 year before the new one is finished. So we all get to see the new roof when the U.S. Open starts on August 29th. Now that you've seen what it looks like, tell us what you think. We think it's pretty cool. That's the news for now. I'm Grace Carter. See you next time here on Tennis Now.